What's up, guys? Tyaranini here from Senditoo, the hardest working man in all of Harare. That's the story for another day. Right now, I'm super excited because we're going to do something that we've never done. One of my favorite African proverbs goes by, Mbuzi kujikamfenje ufananina. And that literally translates to, a goat will get to eat what it eats purely because it has seen one of its kind doing the same thing, right? And today, I'm going to show you one of my kind, young man doing phenomenal
Africa
things.
could soon have its own locally produced car.
Started Mureza joins a highly competitive South African market.
Affordable vehicles suited to Africa's
The
terrain.
Mureza Auto Company has revealed its very first model, the Prime 8, and it's all locally
flagship
made.
of the African automotive
It will
industry.
be the first of 5 models destined primarily for the Southern African
Africa
market.
doesn't really have a commercially viable brand of its own, hence we named it Mureza.
Mr. Tatenda, Mr. Mureza, this young man literally built electric cars from scratch. Ain't that impressive? Take it away, Tatenda. Tell us about Mureza. It seems like you just came from nowhere,
They always say it took me 20 years to be an overnight success.
I like that.
Yeah, so literally it did take me 20 years or more. But starting from a young age, grew up with a passion to build my own car.
Yes.
Eventually I did it. And I tried to get into work with all the other existing manufacturers, but found out that building your own brand was more exciting.
You've got cars that are actually on the road as we speak. What you're accomplishing virtually looks impossible because it sounds impossible. Dude, you've got cars out, electric cars by it, so they're environmentally friendly, very conscious in that sense. How does somebody get to be where you are now?
I have one word.
Yes.
Passion.
Passion, oh.
Yeah, passion generally can make you do anything.
Oh yeah.
Passion is the energy for crazy.
Oh yeah.
So they say.
Yeah, I like that.
I'll take it from one person who has been an inspiration to me.
Yes.
Henry Ford.
Oh yeah.
He was passionate to get cars to the average American citizen.
Mm-hmm.
And he rolled the stone for the greater part of 10 years. It takes a crazy person to do something for 10 years when people don't believe
Dude,
it.
10 minutes, I'm done.
So from my perspective, growing up around cars,
Yes.
seeing how they were taken apart, put together, I was always curious.
Yes.
But I think the passion in me was more louder
Yes.
than the doubt. But I like one thing you said, mindset.
Yes.
How do you carry it in your mind? How do you carry passion in your mind and then make it into a product and build a process around that?
Yes.
And I think Africa needs to just learn one thing.
Yes.
You need to buy into an idea. Because ideas are the things that make the difference.
Yes.
Everything you see around you is someone's idea at some point. And we are now all buying into it as a product. So I'm a car designer by profession. So that's really where the passion started.
Yeah.
Sketching cars, drawing them. The making of them into wire products was just a bonus.
Yeah.
But the process I learned when you're designing, you start off with a blank page.
Yeah.
Everything is in your mind, and your hand needs to translate what's in your mind onto a piece of paper.
Oh, wow.
So that Takwana can actually see what you think.
Yeah.
And that's an idea.
Yeah.
So Africa doesn't have enough exposure to believing in an idea.
Yes. And where's Tatenda from? Where did Tatenda grow up and things of that nature as well?
Yeah, Tatenda came up from Warren Park, From 16th Road. Proud to say that,
Little kids, man. You changing the world.
So my dad is a mechanic, grew up around cars. Cars are my life, Cars are my life. So yeah, had passion to build my own car. I did, turned it into a brand. Now we're making cars for a living.
So I see the mechanic side of things. Do you think that's part and parcel of things that inspired you to get into that line of work?
Definitely, it did. So my dad had a subscription to Car Magazine. So I'd always get that on a monthly basis, and that's where most of my ideas would actually come from. Because I would see cars that are sketched in there, plus the practical that we then do at home. So that environment molds the idea, and the passion then just drives it into a reality.
Yeah, so in the manner of your proverb, goats eat what they've seen other goats eat.
Exactly.
This is not new. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel, but as early as 7 years old or 6 years old,
Yes.
if you're in Zimbabwe and there's some wires somewhere there,
Yes.
the first thing you want to do is make a car for yourself. So that's where I got it,
I get that,
That's
yeah.
where I got it. My dad is a mechanic,
Yeah.
so I was his first spanner boy.
Yeah.
I was his first apprentice.
Yeah.
So that's where the inspiration really comes from.
Really? Dude, you've got factories, you build an entire car company from scratch. How much does a Mureza cost?
So we've got a whole spectrum of cars. And most people don't know this, but we've only marketed one of our products, which is going for $13,500 for the top of the range. This is US dollars. But we do have an entry-level model, which we just, I posted on my page yesterday. It's called a Gino. Homage to the guy who introduced me to my now technical partners who help us build the vehicles. So that one goes for $8,500 US dollars in Zimbabwe, brand new. Or you can buy it if you're in South Africa, it's $130,000.
Phenomenal. So you've got a young African addressing African needs. Like what you're doing, man, we understand our own problems better than anyone else, and you are bringing to the table something phenomenal that is tailor-made for us. Well done, my man. It's not an easy journey. As an entrepreneur, I can identify with that. One last question, my man. You know, when I meet people like yourselves that have done phenomenal things, I always ask this question. You know, if you were to give me one piece of advice, what would it be?
Well, I would say you never enjoy the food in your own plate if you keep eating from someone else's plate.
Wow. Explain that a bit. Explain that.
You and I are having lunch, isn't it? So we order food, maybe the same meal.
Yes.
So if you start taking from my plate, my food is hot, yours is getting cold. So by the time you finish eating mine and move to your plate, you won't appreciate what you have in your own plate.
That's so true.
Yeah, so I think this is what Africa suffers from. Yeah, we eat from everyone else's plate and we neglect our own.
Wow.
So I think this is what Africa suffers from. We're busy eating from someone else's plate.
Wow, there you have it. The kid from Warren Park just said, when you focus on other people's plates, you then neglect your own plate. And then the time you get to your own plate, your food is cold and you have no appreciation for it whatsoever.